I know that I did a video on trauma brain, and I've done a video on authenticity, and I kind of want to do a video that puts those two things together and how they relate to each other, and also incorporating in that the shadow work video. So this is kind of a holistic video, if you will. So one of the biggest sources of stored trauma in the body is not living authentically, not being true to yourself, not expressing your needs, your emotions, your feelings, and swallowing them, and then they stay inside you and they cause this trauma response, and over time that creates illness in the physical body. To avoid this buildup, it's important to release. It's important to express yourself. And that can look like telling somebody no. It can look like having boundaries. It can look like telling someone when they hurt you, when they upset you. It can also look like crying, releasing, meditating, doing breath work, doing yoga, whatever it is that you need to do to release. It can be swimming, running, screaming. But it is important to not let society and other people's reactions to you being authentic and expressing your personal needs and concerns affect you doing that. So like we talked about with the shadow bag and society and growing up and how you're told to be quiet when maybe you're a loud person. So you take that part of yourself and you stick it in your bag. And so this is when we start to get into shadow work. We start to reach into that bag and express what's in the bag in a healthy way and release it in a healthy way and understand it and kind of nurture it like a child, and also inner child work as shadow work, and just really learning to love those parts of yourself that need to be told that it's okay to be there, it's okay to be you, it's okay to be authentic, and every part of you has a place and has a purpose. One of the most difficult things about this is that when you do have traumas because of this, it's not something that's happened recently or you know how to fix. It is something that you've learned over time, and it's a part of you, and it's hard to really understand how to stick up for yourself, how to be authentic, how to express your needs. And a lot of times that's really scary too. We've been taught that isn't always met with the best in others. Sometimes we're shunned, we're yelled at, we are dismissed, we are outcasts, we're we risk losing a lot by doing this. And that is something that, if there is the trauma behind it, that's something that you've learned. And that's why you haven't expressed yourself and been authentic and, dug into that bag. The scariest part of healing, making a change, is right before it happens, because you come out of your comfort zone. And that's why a lot of times it doesn't happen, and we don't make these big changes, and we don't speak our minds and live in our authentic selves and express our feelings and needs to other people, because that is the catalyst for change. And that is terrifying. It's hard to just step out of this comfort zone that you've known for so long and trust that living authentically to you and to your needs, that's going to be well received, and that those needs are going to be met. There's no guarantee. But what's the other option? You stay where you are. You stay in a mental state that doesn't suit you, that can lead to physical illness, or has already. Or you take that leap, you take that risk. I guess I'm sharing this video and kind of discussing some of the topics that we've already talked about, because I'm at a point where it's time. It's time to step out of my comfort zone. It's time to take that risk, and it's time to be authentic, and it's time to see if that is going to help me. And if it isn't, it's not going to hurt. So just coming from a place of love, I want to encourage everyone else to speak their truth, be authentic, do what you need to do for yourself, no matter what other people will say or do. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of, except becoming a better version of yourself.